will need include a timing light, a fuel pressure test kit, a test light or NOID light, a pair of safety glasses, and a service manual such as a Haynes for your particular vehicle. A fuel injector usually fails in one of four manners. They become partially clogged and deliver an uneven fuel mixture. They fail to operate due to electrical problems in the wiring. The solenoid inside the injector fails, or the injector leaks fuel after the engine is turned off. Symptoms of a failing throttle body injector while driving include poor or sluggish performance, rough idle, poor fuel economy, hard starting when hot, or even a no-start condition. Let's first take a look at a no-start condition. Locate the injector. On most vehicles, it'll be positioned underneath the air cleaner housing. With the injector in view, crank the engine. The injector will either spray fuel or it will not. If fuel spray is present, the cause of the no-start condition is most likely the ignition system. If no fuel spray was evident, disconnect the electrical connector from the injector and attach a test or NOID light to the connector. Crank the engine again and watch the NOID light. If no flashes are observed, the problem lies in the computer or the electrical system. We recommend you refer to a service manual or other car care seminar videotapes for further electrical diagnosis and testing. If the NOID light flashes, the problem is in the fuel system or fuel injector itself. The first step whenever working on the fuel system of an injected vehicle is to relieve the residual pressure within the system. There are several different methods for doing this. On many vehicles, you can simply disconnect the wires leading to the fuel pump near the fuel tank, or remove the fuse for the electrical fuel pump. Start the engine and allow it to run until it dies. This will purge the system of residual fuel pressure. Many Ford vehicles are equipped with an item called an inertia switch, which you can tap with the handle of the screwdriver to disarm the fuel pump. Once again, you must start the engine and allow it to run until it dies to relieve the pressure. Check a service manual, such as a Haynes, for the specific location of the inertia switch on your vehicle. Another method on many vehicles is to locate the fuel system pressure regulator, disconnect the vacuum hose leading to it, and in its place connect a hand vacuum pump. Apply 25 inches of vacuum to the regulator, and it will relieve the system of pressure through the return line to the gas tank. Certain vehicles with BOSCH type fuel injection will require you to remove the gas cap, disconnect the electrical connector from an injector nozzle, ground one terminal of the nozzle with a jumper lead, and with another jumper lead, send battery power to the other terminal of the injector nozzle. Touch the terminal several times to relieve system pressure. Do not, however, hold the positive lead onto the nozzle for more than 2 seconds at a time, as damage to the windings inside the nozzle could result. For vehicles not shown, refer to a service manual, such as a Haynes, to find the proper procedure for relieving pressure on your vehicle. Once the residual fuel pressure has been relieved, insert a fuel pressure gauge onto the fuel Schrader valve if so equipped, or into the fuel supply line ahead of the injector. Once installed, rearm the fuel pump system by reinstalling the fuel pump fuse, resetting the inertia switch, or reconnecting any electrical connectors removed earlier, including the negative battery cable. Turn the ignition key to the run position and note the reading on the fuel pressure gauge. If the fuel pressure meets specifications as indicated in a service manual, and there is still not any fuel spray from the injector nozzle, replace the fuel injector. If fuel pressure is below specifications, or there is not any fuel pressure, you have a problem in the fuel supply system, which may include the fuel pump, fuel filter, or fuel pressure regulator. Refer to additional chapters concerning test procedures for these components. The second fuel condition you may experience is where the fuel injector is spraying fuel, but you are experiencing drivability problems like poor idle, sluggish performance, and poor fuel economy. Now, let's examine how those conditions can be caused by a faulty fuel injector. The common reason for poor idle, sluggish performance, or poor fuel economy from fuel injectors are due to deposits that are now partially clogging the injector tip. Here is what the spray pattern from a partially clogged injector nozzle looks like. And here we see a good spray pattern from a clean injector nozzle. As you can see, there's a